When we arrived at our last chemistry lesson of Year 8, we knew we'd be having a test on what we had learned this term. When we entered the chemistry lab, the teacher told us that we needed to get into groups of around 4 or 5 and sit around one of the tables. The teacher told us that the group that achieved the highest mark would receive some sweets as a reward. The first question appeared on the screen, and we all started to discuss what we thought the answer was as we were allowed to collaborate with the rest of our. Then the teacher started playing some music and explained that she was going to use the music as a timer for each question. The music she used was all football related, as the 2010 South Africa World Cup was on at the time. After all of the questions had been completed, we were told to go to the table next to us to swap our answers. As we were walking around, the teacher played the Macarena. The teacher then read out the answers, then went through some of the harder ones with us. The teacher then gave the group with the highest mark the sweets that they had promised. After this, the teacher realized they had a few minutes of the lesson left, and told everyone to pack up their stuff. Once we were told to get in a line, and the teacher went back over to the speaker and put the Macarena back on. The lesson ended with the entire class doing the Macarena out of the room, singing along to the song. A key message shown in my anecdote is that an effective way a teacher can incentivize hard work and effort from their pupils is by offering rewards such as sweets or certificates to their pupils that achieve the best in something, such as a test. This can be used to motivate the children in the class, as they will work harder in order to earn the prize. However, this can depend on which type of motivation a pupil needs. A child can be intrinsically motivated, where they are motivated by internal factors where they try to achieve for themselves and a sense of self-achievement. On the other hand, a child can be extrinsically motivated, which means that they are motivated by external factors where they try their best to achieve in order to win something. A teacher will need to make sure that they use rewards correctly and to make sure that the same pupils don't always get them, otherwise it could start having a negative effect instead of a positive one. Another way a teacher can use motivation is not only by offering rewards for pupils who achieve well at something, such as tests, but also using methods such as star charts or house points in order to make all of the children work harder. Even though the lesson was different, it had a specific purpose, which was to test our knowledge of what we had learned over the past term. The teacher used the unpredictability and different way of teaching deliberately in order to help us remember what we had learned. The teacher commonly made their lessons different so that each lesson would be memorable in different ways. The use of this unpredictability was a useful method not only to help us remember what we were learning, but also to make us look forward to each of the teacher's lessons, as we never knew what to expect. A theorist that supports the key message shown throughout my anecdote is Bandura, who recognizes that a child's motivation can be affected by other people, such as other children in the class and teachers. If a teacher observes that a child has put effort into accomplishing something, achieve it, and be rewarded as a result, then this will not only motivate the child to perform to the best of their ability this time, but every time as well. Bandura also believes that observing someone achieve, such as a child receiving a sticker on the star chart, will also motivate a child. This will be because the child will see another child receive praise and a reward and will want the same as well. My opinion of this key message is that a child can focus on that learning as the child will be motivated to achieve. However, the teacher will need to figure out what type of motivation the majority of the class has, whether that be intrinsic or extrinsic motivation.